Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here and I'm back for another crafty video. So let's make a different take on a specimen slide. So this is just a specimen slide with a little pocket at the bottom of here, but it's this bit that we're going to look at. Is we're going to use that the napkin Mod Podge Teabag substrate stuff that we made, and we're going to use that up and we're going to make a big specimen slide. Okay, we're going to make it different this time, obviously, because it's this time we've got it lengthways. So what's that called, Dave? What's the technical term for lengthways? It is called landscape. That's the word, Dave. So I'm just going to use up what I've got regarding my file folder. I'm just going to use, that's why I've been doing these things, is trying to use up all of these file folders that I seem to collect all the time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, now you can use anything you have to hand. You don't have to go out and run out and buy some file folders just to make this. I'm literally just using up what I've got. So do with some cardboard. If you don't have any cardboard, some layers of paper, some book pages, whatever you desire, whatever your heart desires. I'm going to keep the text because, you know, I'm a fan of that kind of utilitarian kind of look. Just going to straighten that other edge as well. Just straighten this edge. Now, the big thing for me is the only thing I need to be aware of is, does it go through the cuttle bug? Because that is the thing, that's the deciding factor. So no, that won't, Dave. So you need to cut that down a bit more. So I'll cut that down. Otherwise we won't get it through the cuttle bug, and then I shall be very upset because I won't be able to use the die. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully that will now, or be somewhere along those lines. Obviously you're not limited by your cuttle bug because you've probably got different equipment to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to have it this way round. Okay, we're going to have the birds here, and I think we're going to have it again shiny side facing up this time. So the rest of the projects we've been using it this way, and this time we're going to have it this way round. Okay, so we are going to cut something. We need to cut a shape out of a window out of here. Now on this one I used this shape. It's obviously not that way up, Dave. That one. That's the one that I used on this one. Okay. And this time I'm going to use, I don't know, do I want to use that? Will they fit in there nicely? I kind of want to get as much of them in as I can. I want to use that one, maybe. Let's see, what else do we have? This one. I think that's a bit small, personally. What else have we got here? We've got one that looks like a torn out thing. That'd be a bit fun to use, mightn't it? Might give that one a go, you know. Might give that one a go, you know. We might have to tilt the image a bit. Do you have to get them in? Yep, I think we're going to use that one. Should we use that, or should we have a different thing instead? That's really hard to tell what that is. It's actually a pumpkin, but very hard to tell. No, we'll use that in a different one. We'll do something different with that. So, do I want to use this? Dave, do you want to use this? Or do you want to use this? Which do you want to use, Dave? Or do you want to use this? Do you know what? I quite like that. I'm going to go with that one. That's what we're going to use. We're going to use this one. So, put those out of the way. I fancy using that other one in a different thing, though. So, we're going to have it like this, which is very strange, because you've got like people would normally put them in the middle, but I like to be a bit different, so I'm putting it off center. So I'm just going to stick it down just so that once I've got it in place, it will stay where I want it to be. About there, I think. Let's try and get that a bit straighter. Yeah, about there. Okay, I'm just going to tape it down both ends. Okay, get my cuttle bug out now. All my appropriate cutting mats and things. There we go. That's what I need. That on there. That on there. Cuttle bug, where are you? Here you are. Open that out and pop that on there. Just run that through. Brilliant. Let's put that down. Oh, snappy fingers. Snappy fingers. So, open that out. Just tear it gently because it's quite a low tack one, but it just, I don't want it to rip it after all that. There we go. Slow and steady wins the race. There we go. Put that back in there. Just have a sip of drink. It's Aldi's Tropical Blast, in case anybody wants to know, which is pineapple and grapefruit flavour. One of my faves. Well, it's actually my fave. So I'm going to ink my window. Just to give it a bit of an older look. In fact, actually, I think I might just snip the... there. Didn't see it behind the light. Just round off the corners, I think. Yeah, use that one. Just gives it a, well, it's less likely to get dog-eared ears, dog-eared corners, even. Okay. And then that means then when I ink, if I'd cut them, I could cut them round afterwards, but like if I'd done that, I'd have had to ink them again because I'd have cut the inked bit off. Very dark in here all of a sudden. I'm sure it was brighter than this before. It might not appear dark to you, but it feels dark to me. Darker, put it that way. Go for a bit of a motley look on the front. And do the back as well. Don't forget the back. And the beauty of this is it doesn't have a front or a back because it's as beautiful either side. I am going to make this just slightly different, just because, well, it's slightly different. It is already different because it's the other way around, but I'm going to put some extra elements in it to make it a bit more interesting. I'm not going to overcomplicate it though, so there we go. And these are going to be nice, easy peasy makes. What I am going to do is I'm just going to rip this. You're all going to be like, no, what have you done that for? But I'm going to stick it. But I wanted the rip in it because I wanted the texture of that rip to appear on the front of this. So I'm going to tear this down a bit as well. Tear all the straight edges off this. Not all of them, obviously, as straight. Tear as much off as we can. There we go. I'm going to put that on there. We're going to ink that edge a little. Not really going to see all of that, but there we go. lick it and stick it. Put that on. Try and pick up that pattern, that shape, and then when you go over the top of it, you should be able to see it a bit better. Okay, cool. Just adds a bit of interest to it. Okay, and now we're going to put our birdies in. So we're going to put them that way. You just want to kind of eye it. It's much easier if it's on a lighter background, Dave. Isn't it, Dave? A lighter background, Dave? There we go. Put this on white. You should be able to see this. So you can see where the aperture is. And you want to kind of just get as much of the bird in as you can, without them looking ridiculous. You don't want to be like that, looking like that, obviously. Not like they're falling out of their nest. Tumbling. Yeah, like that. Okay, so you want to glue down as much of that as you possibly can. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about this bit that sticks out over the edge at the moment. I'm going to put this glue around this edge, following this aperture shape. More on there. And remember, it's going to be shiny side down because that's our front. And we want to put that where they're both visible. And just catch that edge there, all the way round. And then anything that overhangs, you can either just tear it off or you can just snip it off. You don't have to worry about this, really. I'm just going to snip it down because I haven't decided where I want to put my pocket. I think I want to put my pocket this side though. I'm just going to cut that bulk off there. Okay, so stick that down. Okay, so now when you stick it down, okay, so I think I'm going to have my additional pocket. I don't know whether to have it here or to have it here. I think I'm going to have it here. Yeah, so let's find my little thumb hole there. Like everything's falling down now. Gonna have that there. Oh, blimey, it took my eye out with that. My pad's drying up, or whether my foam thing needs replacing, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be getting a lot out of this now. There we go. So, in fact, I could indeed, Dave. You could have two, couldn't you? Yeah, I'm going to go for two. I'll have another one here. There we go. We'll ink the edge of that. Because we can, and we have. There we go. Fantastic. So, okay, so now what we just need to be mindful of is we have this, so we're going to have a pocket that comes down to here. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that when we glue, we're using this side because we want to make sure we glue around the aperture. So we're going to put glue around the aperture. It just stops it lifting up if it gets caught on something. You don't want this thing hold to lift up. Then we want to glue a line down here to denote the end of our pocket. Don't want to go that far, Dave. And then we want to make a bottom of a pocket by doing a line there. Yeah, I'm just following that line down there, and then go around the edge. And just stick that bit down. Okay, so that's going to be the opening of the pocket, so we just need to make sure that that's cut. Okay, and then we want to seal the bottom, oh no, not there, Dave, the bottom edge of the pocket and the back edge of the pocket. Okay. So that's going to be our pocket. We don't need a line of glue here because we've got a crease. And then we've glued around our picture, and we've got a long pocket here. Okay, although I think that glue might have dried up by now. There we go. I'm just going to stick it all down, remembering where all your lines are. Okay, I might just snip that very edge off. Just ink it. Okay, so that's going to be our pocket, and let's make a thing to go in there. Let's use another bit of file folder. This seems to be an appropriate length. Okay, so we want this to be about, it's going to be about this wide, and it's going to be about this long. I'm going to cut that down. Use the guillotine for that. Right. Paper cutter for that. Put that off there, and then wherever my other line is, there it is. It's going to be a long, narrow card that goes in that pocket, but it all adds interest, doesn't it? Okay, and we want to then make one that will go in there, which I should have thought about before, but never mind. And it comes down to about there, so we want it to be about there. Cut that off. Turn it round. Cut that bit off. Let's just see if they kind of fit. Yep, it does. It goes in there nicely. That's perfect. And then this one, does this go in? Might be harder to get this one in because it was a crease. Okay, let's just cut the very edge of that off. To there. I'll just snip that out. And then hopefully we should get that in there now. Might need to bend it apart though. You're just going to be a pain now, aren't you? Yes. Oh, it was glued, that's why. You must have got a blob of glue on it. So there we go. It's going to go in there. Is it going to go in there? Get it on one side, not in the other. There we go. That'll teach the person that pulls that all the way out, won't it? There you go. That's it. That goes in there nicely. So there's one there, and there's a pocket there. There we go. So that's our little specimen thing. What we're going to do is we're going to put put a stamp on there, preliminary, and put another stamp on it. Office copy, file copy actually it says. I thought it's, oh no, it is office copy. I thought it said file copy. I think I've said that before. Okay. Put an element of this on it somewhere. Put it in green. Okay, and we are going to do something with this now. Pull it out. Let's ink it at least first. Don't know what I'm going to put on this, but I could put something about blue tits on it, couldn't you? That's what they are. I don't know whether I've got anything to hand that says blue tits, so might be something we'll do at a later date. But that can go in there. Bend that apart a bit. There we go. Go in there. Yeah, we'll get something that says blue tits, I think, to put on there. Okay. And then on there, we'll just ink this down and put something else on it. But it's just another good way to use those tea bag things that we made, so yeah, definitely need a new something. I'm not sure whether it's ground espresso I need a new of, or a new thing, although this is falling apart, so let's put, I don't know, put some of this on it, maybe? No, because I can't get peeled off, so we won't put any of that on there. I know what we'll use. I know what we'll use if we can find it. Oh gosh, Dave. So this is some that Leslie sent me. This is a piece of Timmy's washi tape. In fact, I might just tear that off there. Put that bit across there. Tear it off. It doesn't have to have loads on it. I could put a little bit of paper on there. Might even put the bird on there. Can I just put a different bird on? Yeah, let's just tear him off. Get a pair of scissors and just cut him roughly out. And like I say, these are just nice, super quick little makes that you can do with all of those. Because if you're anything like me, you might have got very giddy making those things out of tea bag paper. And now you're like, oh, I can do it all. Well, lots of things you can do with it, but I'm sure you'll have your own ideas. I thought I'd just give you a few to be going on with, though. I'm going to put him on there. I'm going to put a bit of that, I think. In fact, let's take that bit off. Put that on there. Yeah. You might think, why is he doing the top bit? Because you're not going to see that. You're going to get ripped off, isn't it, Dave? And it's just going to bend it around the other side. That's what I'm going to do. So, no point waving it backwards and forward, Dave. If you can't get it out. Spread that all out. Great. Put that on there. put that over the other side. Same with that over that side. Put that back on there. Stick it round there. And then stick him down. In fact, actually, I could just mop some of that up to stick him down with. Might need a bit on his beak, otherwise his beak will bend back every time you put him in the pocket. You know what? Oh, I like. Oh, that's a twofer. That. Where's the thing? When that happens, I love it when I can separate papers. I'm going to put him there. Well, I am if I can get his beak in. Don't want to break your beak, love. There you go. Just completely debeaked him. I'm going to put that there. Right, see if I can get his beak back. Yeah, I'll stick his beak back on. I'm so sorry. I've been debeaked. Never mind. It's because I'm so gluey now. That's not helping. That's not going to stick down, is it? Okay. Right, I won't put that in there just yet. I'll give it a little bit of a dry, otherwise I'll put it in the specimen thing and never get it out again. So, okay, let's move these out of the way. Go in the bin. Go over there. I did have a. Oh, it's there. That can go back up there. That goes on there. It's matching the things to the things to the things is the matching that I'm having the problems with. Me with my tiny little brain. Oh, you know that. You knew that would happen, didn't you? There's like been an avalanche off camera. Put these out of the way. I'll keep these because they're good for making little file journal card things. Okay, so that can go in there. Let's just ink that top edge. There we go. I'm going to have something in there eventually, but I'm not quite sure what. There we go. So another way to just use some of those things up. So you've got the shiny side on this side, and then you've got the matte side on this side. And you can have it whichever way round you like, but that's it. So that's what we've done. Okay, so it's another video in the bag. So you're getting them thick and fast these days. It's because I'm feeling inspired. So I'm going to go wash my hands because they're absolutely filthy now, aren't they? But yeah, just go and make some giant specimen cards. Why ever not? Let's just have a play and make and do and just craft and just don't compare yourself to other people. I know it's easier said than done. I know, trust me, because I've been there. But yeah, just go and make something. Go and craft. I'm behind you, and I already think it's amazing. You know why I think it's amazing? Because you're doing it. You're not holding yourself back. All right, folks, you all take care. Remember, my name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception. So please, don't give me a reason not to. So anyway, I'm going to go. So remember, you can support me via Ko-fi. You can buy me a coffee. You can go and have a look at my digitals. But most of all, please give this a like up. Please give this a thumbs up or give it a like. One of the two, whichever, take your pick. And I'll see you all very soon in the next video. All right, you take care, folks. Love to you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. Big hugs. Big hugs. Bye.